Border Barrels, back for another brewery showcase, and this time it's Hutto's turn. I don't know if we've skipped. I don't know whether it was my turn there somewhere, but it's all right.
There's been a bit of a
shuffle.
Purchasing, not error, but I got very excited and bought beers, and I don't want them to be bad because of age.
Fair enough. No, that's fair enough.
Better get in there. So
it's Hutto's turn this week. Now, Hutto, have you got any hints for us as to who we will be showcasing?
Oh, I thought you were going to say something. You did the big inhale.
No,
inhale and excitement.
Because I forgot that this was going to happen, and I love guessing these things, and I never get it right.
Wrap circle.
Oh, all right. Well, Grazzi and I will ponder this, and we will have a guess after the break. Righto, it's time. Here we go. So, as we mentioned in the intro, it's Hutto's turn. He's given us the hint wrap circle. Grazzi, you got anything?
Fast Hawking Sphere Brewing. Brewery.
What's fast hawking?
Rap.
Fast talking.
Yeah.
Oh, he said fast hawking.
Nah, he said talking.
Okay.
Why would
I
he
heard
hawking?
Fast hawking. Well, that's why I was confused. I was like,
there's one thing the Hawks aren't doing lately, is going fast.
What is fast hawking?
Personally, I haven't really got anything. I'm not very good.
Is it Wrap Circle Brewing?
No. It's not.
What a great hint.
This is another hint just for you two, bit of an in-joke, but you both have been there to the city recently. Does that help?
Well, been to
you for not so positive reasons, as a transit town to a bigger holiday.
Okay, so it's Melbourne, righto.
Canberra.
No, Canberra.
Oh, yeah, they weren't good reasons.
Yeah.
Canberra. Yeah, cool.
Bad reasons in Melbourne. That's something you'll have to tell me.
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you. Yeah,
Work-related?
Yeah, no doubt.
Cypher Brewing.
Okay, yeah, cool.
I said before, you guys definitely don't know who this is.
Cypher, is that a rapper?
Cypher is like a get-together, like a rap circle where they like jam.
Cypher is also the I don't know, don't serial killers do a cypher?
Yeah, they can do it. It's like it could also be like a riddle of sorts. Like
right.
Like I thought National Treasure, like Nicolas Cage.
First thing I thought of was stealing petrol, but that's incorrect.
Siphon.
That's siphon.
Siphon Brewing.
Yeah, and it's pure petrol. And they just call it...
That'd actually be a good name.
I just brought you Unleaded 91, Unleaded 98, and...
Siphon, BP Siphon, triple IPA.
But the can art writes itself.
Yeah,
There's the little fella there just like...
Absolutely.
Yeah, with the beer tank, but he's got the...
You know what's crazy is I reckon I've had some beers that could have been BP Unleaded.
Well, do we reference...
Yeah, was it the Ice Bock or whatever it was?
Pirate Life.
Or the Hope F111 bloody jet fuel one. That might actually be jet fuel for an F1.
No, that was the 18.
Oh,
F18. The Rhino?
Yeah. It's like Rhino. They just went, we've got a bunch of jet fuel for no reason. Why don't we tell people it's a beer?
Yeah, well, it worked. It was delicious. Put me out for a while, but that's
anyway. Cypher Brewing. There's not a lot of info out there. They're fairly new and they're fairly small, but they do have a brew pub in Canberra. So I'll give you a bit of info on that. They're pretty cool. And then there's also a Crafty Pint article that I'll pick and choose the relevant information out of. Classic Hudson didn't do good research.
No, but there's not much
that's all right.
not much.
But I thought,
there.
well, because today I've got 6 beers instead of the standard 3, so I thought we're going to be spending a lot of time drinking and digesting the beers.
Well, I'll tell you what, if we're not chatting after 6 beers, there's something wrong. So anyway,
must really hate each other.
Yeah, exactly. Just standing there sipping the beer, not talking.
So what do you think of the beer? Shut the fuck.
I'm intrigued because also having not really known anything about them, when you pull this first beer out, I have no idea what to expect from an art perspective, from a style perspective. So yeah, very excited.
So when I bought the 6 beers, I bought them all from Plonk in Canberra. I don't know if you guys have heard of Plonk. And I didn't buy any more. So I have not had a single beer from Cypher either. So this is my first venture.
Good discipline. Good discipline from you.
Well, that's why we had to record, because I was like, these beers are going to be consumed if by myself alone, if not on the pod. So
no, fair enough.
Yeah, let's get into the first one.
Yes. Stuart, what do we got? I'm pretty keen.
I'm interested to see where in Canberra their brew pub is as well.
So the first 3 beers are little 330s, and I'm guessing core range.
Yep.
But the can art's uniform except for one, so I'm guessing maybe they're all core range. I don't know. Anyway, this one is Shoey's Aussie Pale Ale.
Yeah, nice. Oh. That's a go.
No.
A lot of writing.
Oh, big blurb.
Big blurb.
But the bottom paragraph is Cypher Brewing, so I'm guessing on all cans the top is a blurb.
All right, what do you got?
Okay, so 4.2%, by the way. I don't have prices. I got to get that. I'll do that while we're drinking. Made exclusively with Australian ingredients from Voyager Craft Malt and Hop Products Australia, we give to you our Aussie Pale Ale. Dry hopped at 3 different stages during fermentation with Vic Secret, Eclipse, and Eclipse Spectrum. This beer is bursting with citrus and tropical fruit aroma. Layered over a soft malt base, this is definitely one for a good old sesh or a shoe.
Aye.
Yay.
If I was wearing shoes, I would drink it out of my shoe. Just, you know. Just for something viral.
Shoeys just don't appeal to me in any way. Like, I can't imagine they appeal to anyone, but no.
I want to point something out here.
Okay, point.
I haven't had something in my life yet that has necessitated. It's meant that I need to do one.
You've got to be a front man of a band or a sports, but not just a sports person, because it's like, oh great, Grazzi won round 2 in the 2s at Jinder and he's doing a shoey. What a weirdo.
No, I win a flag, I'll do it.
But even then, it's like country footy. It's like you got to be. I feel like it's like on a podium in front of 6 figures amount of people.
No, because there's all like, you know, I'm not good enough to be at that level, but I shouldn't have to miss out on doing a shoey if I'm just as happy.
It kind of gives off Grazzi after the Hawthorn Sydney Grand Final doing that Ice Bucket Challenge without being nominated vibes.
Yeah, but as well, that
did happen.
I will say it does have a spectrum. So, like, if you're a front man in a band and like they throw you the shoe, you sort of got to do it. If you're just sitting at home by yourself drinking a beer out of your shoe, that's mental illness. That's something's happened. Something's happened.
If you are having a beer listening to this right now,
get me the good China. Here's my Nike Dunk.
Yeah, NQR. Not quite right.
Maybe it depends on the shoe.
Yeah, well, maybe, exactly. But anyway,
Hudson. So you do you want to read out what is on the can just once, because we believe that it may be on.
I can do that. Can I just quickly? Can you guys discuss the beer while I get my email of prices?
Yep. So my discussion is, I don't mind it when there's core beers on the pod, because I think the pale ale is a really good indicator of what the rest is going to be like. This is pretty good. It's quite light. Well, I mean,
very light.
It is a pale ale, but it is quite light in comparison to other pale ales I've had. But yeah, it's quite nice.
There's a little bit of haze to it as well.
Yeah, quite nice to start. Yeah, it's good.
That classic. So it is Australian, isn't it? Australian pale. So it does completely have the tropical. Sort of the tropical notes, which is a little bit of that sort of malt backbone to it.
And Voyager malt, which is from Whitten, which is near Leeton in New South Wales, not too far from old Wagga, where I was from. But anyway.
Very sessionable taste.
Yeah, it's good.
It is nice. So for value, what did I say, 4.2%. I got it from Plonk for $5.90.
Woohoo!
Okay. I think that's good. I can't sort of remember.
Feels pretty good. What's that on my shirt? Interesting.
Can I go on a slight tangent?
I'll allow it.
Yes.
So I know we're talking about independent beers, but I've had a few. I've tried the Audi IPA from Audi.
Oh, isn't that? Don't get me started on that. The Session IPA. God, that's good.
It's fantastic. And there's another one that's about 4.something%. There's another one that's 4.something%. But I tell you what, whoever's brewing them must have some heavy beers in mind, because they keep listing them as mid-strength. Now, mid-strength for me is 3.5 below, I reckon.
Yeah.
I don't know, but when you're in the 4s, that's just a normal beer. Like, if you pick up a beer and it's in the 1 points, like that's not that's not mid-strength. One standard drink.
Well, if it's under 1 standard drink, I think it's a mid-strength technically.
Yeah. So just don't get caught with that. I'll tell you what. But this is fantastic, straight up. What do you reckon, Gratz?
Delicious. I'm just distracted by the chainsaw next door.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's coming through or not.
There must be another Oleander that's going to come
your
down
neighbours suck. That happens a lot.
Nah,
what do you mean? It's a Sunday afternoon.
It is a Sunday barbecue.
What do you want them to do?
Sit inside and watch the footy or something.
When are they doing?
Have a beer.
Like, my neighbours suck if they're chainsawing at 10 p.m.
No, I know.
What? 20 past 1 on a Sunday. Like, if you're not chainsawing, what are you doing? You're getting drunk in your shed with your mates.
I'm being selfish.
That's right. Another lovely day out there again today, guys. It's really good.
It is a beautiful day. This is my favourite weather.
Yeah, autumn.
Is like
autumn and spring.
Sun's out, beautiful outside, but might wear a hoodie.
Yeah.
Like, that's... And then you spend half an hour in the sun chasing the kids around. You're like, nah, hoodie's got to go.
But now, like, you have kids.
Yes.
Do you stress around this time of year about how to dress them correctly? Because in the mornings it's cold, so you might chuck a jumper and some pants on them. Then later in the day, all of a sudden it's 24 degrees and you're stressing that they're at daycare and you're like, no, they're going to be like way too hot. And you can't just rock up. Do you ring them and say, listen, you don't want to like helicopter parent and micromanage the...
Put them in a daycare where the instructors are able to make their own decisions.
No, I know, but...
But also, dressing kids is like when you go over to Europe. It's like, I'm not going to take my big jacket. What I'm going to do is wear a bunch of layers. It's all about layering.
Yeah, well,
because
personally...
then you can remove or add as necessary.
My input here is just make sure you get a child that has a double coat. And that keeps them both cool and warm.
If your child's a polar bear, you'll be fine.
Or a golden retriever.
Yeah.
Eh?
Well, or a husky.
Yeah. Oh, except they're always... surely they're always hot. Except in the snow.
In Australia.
Like they're jumping through the snow and they're fine.
I had a husky growing up and he was just... I mean, he liked the shade a bit more, but he ran around a lot.
Yeah, fair enough.
He was crazy, that dog. I loved that dog. He was nice.
What was
I
his
pulled
name?
his tail a lot and he was friendly. Harley.
Harley, that's a cool name too.
Harley the husky.
Yeah, awesome. Cool. Right,
Yeah, really nice Australian pale.
Sorry,
yeah, fit the brief. 4.25 as advertised. Yeah, really, really delicious.
Yeah, I need to pay attention.
I didn't even read the can.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
No.
Oh, no,
I read
about the
blurb,
brewery.
but not the brewery.
Yeah.
The concept of Cypher Brewing Co. was dreamed up between a group of friends over a beer, and look at us now. We're hard at work unlocking the secrets to a great brew. The best ideas come from good times and great company. Cheers to the future and the endless possibilities it holds. Best enjoyed with our beers in hand.
Nice.
Isn't that poetic?
Yeah, that's good.
And that's all the information you found out about them.
No. I got so
where? That's my where?
Gungahlin.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
Where is? And so I'm sorry, I don't know that.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Well, get up the map and let's be accurate.
I know Braddon. I know Fishwick.
So Gungahlin, it looks to be northeast Canberra. This won't be on there. Oh, it's pretty much directly north of Canberra's CBD.
Yeah.
If that could be what it is,
Yeah,
CBD.
yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Gungahlin, Harrison, Franklin, Palmerston. Yeah, it's out there.
It's a nice part of the world up there. Hey?
I don't mind Canberra.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Have you seen their new tagline for the Canberra tourism?
No.
There's more than they're telling us.
Oh,
I thought it was going to be, it's fine.
That's like... Isn't that interesting? Because that's where Parliament is. And it's like, there's definitely more than they're telling us.
Dum dum.
I think I got that right. I'm certain that's what it is. But no, you can spend some time there. I went to Questacon recently, and that was awesome.
Well,
that's still kicking. Yeah, I was going to say I went there at school.
It's great. It's awesome. Even as an adult, it's fantastic.
Yeah, so I would have to say, from what I've heard, Canberra was a bit of a bummer for people until they had kids and they're like, we love Canberra.
Well, Canberra's good because it has things that you want to do, but it's quiet enough that you feel all right taking family there.
And it's never too busy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if you go to Melbourne with, like, 2 kids under 6, you're like, oh, this is, like, literal nightmare stuff.
Yeah. But it's funny.
Who are you? Why are you so close to me? Why are you yelling? And then you're in Canberra and it's like, oh, okay, this feels...
Somewhat comparable to Adelaide. However, Adelaide has its own unique history. So, they've got... the pint is wrong, just by sizing.
Correct.
The language is a little bit different.
Don't they have weird names for deli meats?
They have weird names for a lot of things.
What do you mean?
They also have something called a
deli
Kobe pole.
Okay.
Do you know what a Kobe pole
is? Is that a telephone pole?
Yeah, but it's made with so it's got concrete in the middle and like metal on the sides.
Okay.
But they only, I believe, in either South Australia or just Adelaide.
Did you see, what's it called, Elon Musk battery farm?
Oh, no, I didn't. But no. But no, but also just it's just a big regional city. But Canberra has that feel also. You can still drive around very easily.
Just quickly, founders Jeff Wilson Shipley, Rachel Lewson, Ben Masters, and Leo Valenzuela.
If you could please come to the front, your lift is here. Sorry.
Yeah, there's like a heap of stuff, but people go out there. The one cool thing about Cypher before, like I want to start talking about the beers because we don't know much about the beers. On their website, share your thoughts. We want to build on Canberra's existing brewing culture, and we can't do that without your input or your taste buds. Whatever your beer tastes, Cypher Brewing will be there for you. You want more hops? Let us know. You want a summer brew? Let us know. You want more non-alcoholic options? Let us know. And together we can unlock the secrets to great beer.
I can answer those questions.
Yeah, it's such a superpower, though.
Yes, and not for me, but if you want to.
It's so good, though, because when people are open to that sort of stuff, like there's so many businesses that aren't open to, they're like, oh, leave your feedback. But if it's bad, they'll be like, you are a dog.
Yeah, like shut up. What do you know?
Yeah, what do you know?
Is that a picture on their website of where their brew pub is?
Yeah.
Because that is like the most Canberra looking picture. Like not one pedestrian in a street that looks like it's made for lots of pedestrians with a tram going past.
Yeah.
So it's got the light rail out the front.
And it goes all the way to the bloody CBD or something. I know that.
Does it?
I think so, but I could be lying.
You know, like I feel
it's only new.
Canberra got a bad rap, and I feel like Canberra's going to shoot up in the future. That's my big prediction. It's like Canberra's going to be a place.
Well, and I must point out, so the Greater Western Sydney Giants, if anyone's watched a Greater Western Sydney Giants game on television from their home ground, a lot of empty seats.
Yeah.
They sell out Manuka in Canberra. That's their second home.
That's really coming through. You're a fondling of the...
Oh, sorry. Well, because Canberra don't have a sports team. That's
the milk.
That's a lie.
Up the fucking milk.
Up
who watches NRL?
Up the fucking milk. No,
no, but like they do have. So they got Canberra United in the A-League Women, formerly W League, but like. Yeah, they don't have an AFL team. And there's all this talk about Tassie coming in and Queensland getting a third team and all this stuff.
WA getting a third team.
Yeah.
Norwood entering the AFL via the SANFL.
Anyway, like Canberra.
Yeah, it should be Canberra.
GWS keep going there and selling out. I mean, GWS are good, so it helps.
And they should reuse, I don't know if the Canberra Cannons are still going, but they should reuse that name because it's a good one.
I believe they wanted to call if they were going to have a Big Bash team, call them the Canberra Cannons.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, they don't have a cricket team either. Do ACT have a Shield team?
No.
See,
they're all working. They're working for the government. They're not allowed to play.
Well, is that because they're not a state?
They're a territory.
Yeah, you can't have a state team if you're not a state. That's like NT don't have.
That's rude.
NT don't have.
This is one of those things where it's like, that's an arbitrary rule. Just who cares? What in that state? Whatever.
Yeah, just let them play cricket.
Region, who gives a shit? Just let them play cricket.
Just let them.
That's what they want. That's what they really want.
Just realised he brought lots of beers and we should be drinking.
Yeah, we should.
Yep. Second beer. Plain Sight Pilsner.
Yeah, cool.
Nice.
All right.
I'll pour it and then I'll read.
Have you?
Pour and read.
Do you have an order that you've? Are you just grabbing them? Or
No.
Have you
I've got somewhat of an order. I went with the 330s. I've gone a combination of percentage and kind of harshness. So thought Aussie Pale Ale probably has a bit more to it than the Pilsner, but it is also lighter.
Yep.
So kind of balance itself out.
There's no IBU getting around. I would take it. Obviously, we used to when we do try to do IBU.
Yeah, it probably is. But as I've mentioned, I did no research. No, because I actually went to do the research and I jumped on Cypher's website and I was like, one paragraph. This is a pod where we can just chat and talk about their good beer. Oh. Well, what I hope is their good beer.
It was a good introduction.
They were just asking for feedback. I reckon. I would love to know. I'd love to hear back from the guys at Cypher. So say they have a tap system and they're like, look, we're going to try all your beers, what order? Do they do it in ABV or do they do it in IBU? I used to think ABV, but now I definitely think IBU all the way. I think because...
I reckon...
Once we experimented with it, it made sense.
I also think flavours outside of the IBU could be a thing as well. Like what would dominate the palate.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like one of those things, like I think I've mentioned it in the past when we were kind of floating between the two, and I think Johnny mentioned it when we did the Mountain Culture Pod. It's like pick your poison type situation. It's like you're the person drinking the beer, so drink the fucking beer.
Shout out, Johnny.
Like what pod was I listening to? Andrew Santino's Whiskey Ginger Pod, and someone was like, oh, what way is the best way to drink whiskey? And they were like, oh, I spoke to a master distiller, and he's like, the correct way to drink whiskey is the way you like to drink whiskey.
Yeah.
If you want it with ice, if you want it watered down, if you want it neat, if you want it in a fucking whiskey and coke, then that is the correct way to drink whiskey.
Yeah, I guess it takes, with that sort of thing, particularly with whiskey and perhaps wine would be in there as well, it sort of takes the pretension out of it as well. It's like, if you like wine, fucking drink it. Who cares? Drink it how you like it. Whatever else. You don't have to be like, oh, the tannins.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, do you think anyone brewing beer is brewing the beer for the people that are judging it in award ceremony, or do you think they're brewing the beer for the idiots at a desk in their shed drinking beer because they want to drink beer?
That's right. And as we've seen, if you create anything that could be considered art and all you're doing is doing it for the critical acclaim, you're not necessarily always doing it for the right reasons. I sort of get why, and it's fun because things that are critically acclaimed do get mainstream appeal sometimes just through word of mouth because, it's really good, I must try this.
Yep.
But from a beer perspective, I mean, we can talk about how much we love our big hazy triple IPAs all day, but still to the general populace, if they get down to the pub, I reckon they're going to enjoy this Pilsner more than something big.
Yeah,
by the way, very refreshing Pilsner
as
we go back to it. Perfect for what it is. Crisp. Got that nice sort of,
And it's got that kind of, it's got a bit of earthiness to it.
Yeah, it's quite good.
Like, that's like, I've got the scent of fresh cut grass in my nose and I've got the taste of fresh cut grass in my mouth. Like it's...
What do they say about it though?
Okay. If you wouldn't mind, Hudson, shutting the F up.
No. I want to hear
I would like to know the professional's opinion.
I need confirmation bias.
Brewed with a 100% continental European malt base, backed by a structured bittering from Spalter Select. Our Pilsner then gets topped off with a flavour addition from the relatively new German hop, Callista. Sorry, the reason I'm reading it weird is the white text on the off-green background is quite difficult.
That's fine. I struggle reading out loud, so there you
go. Notes of bready goodness topped with a classic noble spice, layered with subtle hints of stone fruit and red berry. A can of the good stuff is all you need.
There you go. The other thing I'll mention...
Great blurbs.
Yeah, they are great
blurbs. Very informative.
Yeah. Tells you what you want to know.
And...
gives you an idea. Makes you anticipate the beer more.
Well, it's like why we created the system is like, if I buy this beer, will it give me the information I need to help enjoy the beer? It's because like we're like, oh wow, nice taste. What's it taste like? No, I fucking don't know.
Yeah,
and it's well, actually, it says these 5 things. I'm only getting 3 of them, but that's 3 more than I would have got if I didn't have the prompts.
One thing I would have to say, the blurb is good for people who are new to beer, but also people that are aficionados, because if you're new to beer, pick it off the art. Just grab it off the shelf, drink it, and then go, oh, geez, that tastes all right, I guess. What's it taste like? Spin it around, and then I'll give you the as advertised, then you learn. But then if you're picking beer and you're like, look, I can only get 3 because craft beer is expensive, you can read the blurb and then know that it's probably, if the ad as advertised is accurate, there's probably going to be a good beer. So it's very handy little blurb.
Simo's so impressed with it, he's given it a 5.75.
No.
It does look like out of 5.
Wow.
11 out of 10.
11. 5 out of 7.
I just need you to tell me the value.
Yeah, Simo's
I assumed it was
Simo's like, I betcha I know how much it cost. Oh, Colby McKirch is cooked. Sorry, dude.
No.
Anyway, value, so exactly the same price, $5.90.
Well, everyone
but
owes me an apology, I guess.
oh, why would I owe you an apology when you've given it a 4 and it's the same price, yet it's 0.8% higher in
Hold on.
I thought I was going to go full exact same score across the board, but 0.25 higher for the value based on what Hudson just said.
Well,
more beer for the same, more beer per dollar.
I have to.
That got better as it went on. I wish I had the whole can.
It's still my favourite thing I've ever seen online. I've probably mentioned it on the pod when I just said more beer per dollar. It reminded me of something I saw on Reddit where a guy would pour himself a glass of milk and then put milk powder in it because then he'd get more milk per milk.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Speaking of Canberra and speaking of up the milk, have you ever seen the
good tie-in.
No. Have
More
you,
milk
They're
per
not
milk.
bad, actually. It's good.
Have you
It
ever
worked out
seen
well.
the Canberra milk ad done by Mark Webber?
No.
Put it on with audio. It's one of the
Now?
it's
We don't do this
fantastic.
very often. This
We
is,
don't?
this better be good.
Guys.
I think the last time we did this was a Rage Against the Machine song.
I think if the guys from Cypher or anyone from Canberra is listening, they know what's coming. Yes, and it's very interesting. Very interesting. Also, the other milk ad that I enjoy is when hang on, here we go.
Let's put the microphone up to the laptop.
No, I think it'll be loud enough.
I'm a Canberra milk kid. From the time that I was old enough, my mum would pour a great big cup. At 6 then I'll be drinking. It keeps my mind a thinking. Wherever I am, wherever I roam, the thing that always brings me home is the taste that I've been missing. The Canberra milk tradition. And that's why I keep coming back to proudly wear my milk moustache. Cause I'm a Canberra milk kid.
Iconic. Absolutely iconic.
You can see the just absolute, like, I want to end it all in his eyes. Oh, my God.
the reprisal.
Yeah, hang on. I think we need to just. I think we need to find out, blink twice if you're being held hostage.
That was like, especially when he's looking at the camera, it's maybe I'll instead of just having the audio, I will actually edit the pod properly to just have that there. You need to see the just pure I'm being held hostage.
Also,
look
our
on his
very,
face.
very first end credit music.
And also, I've never heard anyone's voice had
Nice vocal hook.
I've never heard anyone's regular voice having to be auto-tuned because they can't get a basic. Anyway.
Have you ever heard a singing voice be monotone like that? Like I've heard someone talk monotonous.
Good on him.
But oh my God.
Thanks, Simon. That was worth it.
So another milk ad I enjoy, which I know another one. I'm from Wagga, so Riverina Fresh. When Tatiana Grigorieva did, it's like I really enjoy Murrumbidgee dairy products, and it's Murrumbidgee. But anyway,
I can still remember being too young to understand why. My dad really liked her.
Yes, because she was great at pole vault or whatever sport she did.
Yeah, I heard. Oh, no. What's that? Anyway, get the next beer out.
What?
Nothing. So I'm sure there's a pole joke in there somewhere, but please, yeah.
Was that what she did? Oh, no.
Oh, well. Yeah, no.
Yeah, so long story.
Silver
I
medal?
don't even know who you're talking about.
So long story, she was hot. Just in case anyone is wondering.
Tatiana?
Ava.
No, that's Oksana Grigorieva. I don't know who that is.
Oh, who's that?
A Russian singer-songwriter and pianist.
Oh, who's that?
Speaking of I'm being held hostage face.
Is that Mel Gibson?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeez. All right.
Tatiana.
Moving right on. Or maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, hold on. Tatiana.
This could get a bit wild here.
Oh, I know. Oh, yeah, I've seen her.
Yeah.
Now, if you are familiar with Tatiana
How recent's
Grigorieva
that?
and
She's
you
aged well.
watched her live, she's now 48 years old.
Well, she's aged like wine, not milk, I'll tell you that much. How's the irony on that? Sorry.
Should we have another beer?
Yes, please.
Please I suppose to us, have all aged like avocados.
Oh,
Jesus
well, yeah.
Christ.
My head is growing through my hair. Did you like that one?
Yeah, but not even that bald.
No, well, I don't know. I think it's
the
just.
joke?
I think it's
Hive
the same.
Mind Hazy IPA.
Hey!
Hey, there you go. That's awesome.
Nice.
5.9% hazy IPA.
I'm excited.
Tap into the hive mind. A unified consciousness with one train of thought. Lush, fruity haze. Loaded with oats and wheat to create that soft, smooth mouthfeel we need. Generous amounts of Citra, Citra Lupomax, and Citra Spectrum paired with Nelson Sauvon, bringing us big stone fruit notes, along with a clash of melon and sweet white fruit. Yeah, Join us in our happy place.
Yeah, I'm keen for this.
I'm keen for this because they're really advertising the lighter side of an IPA, but it's in a hazy.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if that's always what you see.
Oh, that's a smell.
What was it? Oh, jeez.
Smell that.
You can tell it's a
yeah, it's
beautiful day. There's a
delicious.
very festive environment going on.
It is.
Right,
It is. Also, that magpie is fucked up. You know, remember the magpie from previous episodes that was meant to be some sort of wind thing? Looks like it's been attacked by an eagle or something. Oh, cheers. Okay. Oh, that nose hair. Oh.
No more nose hair talk. You should have gotten rid of that by now.
Yeah.
No, what happens?
Sick of you complaining.
I get rid of it and then another one pops up. So that's what happens when you get...
the old Hydra conundrum. You can't chop one head off until two reappear.
Exactly.
That is a stunning beer for a core range beer. If you went into their brew pub and just asked for the hazy IPA, you'd be like,
oh, that is absolutely fantastic. That is great. Good on you. Eh?
A 4.5 for as advertised. Because I reckon I've got Nelson Sauvon down now. You know, like we know Citra. We know Sabro. Got Sabro down pat now.
Yep.
I reckon Nelson. I'm just about there.
Yeah, there you go. No, you're doing pretty well. I reckon Centennial. It's pretty grassy and that sort of stuff. Big secret. Yeah, we're doing all right. We've learned a bit, but
value.
That's fantastic.
$8.50. So it is a big jump in price and about 1% more than the Pilsner.
So what is it? What percentage? You did say I was
5.9.
So it's getting into status quo territory.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Hazier than a status quo. Real
Odie. What was the status quo territory? What was it?
Oh, status quo. Sorry, I'm not in status quo as far as
percent. Oh, the status quo, not mountain culture status quo.
No, mountain culture status quo territory as far as it's a hazy pale kind of situation in the fives. So
right. I reckon this is hazier.
Yeah. It's bloody good. That's all I can say.
Well, I can't see my finger through the other side of the glass.
Oh, is that how we do it? All right, there we go. That's
on the unit of hazy measure.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. No, that's good. That is a delicious beer.
Thick.
Yeah, this is my favourite so far.
Yep.
I'd say.
We're simple creatures when it comes.
Well,
to
I was going to say this. I don't mean offence by this, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Like it's purely based on taste, not like I'm not so fucking surprised, Simo.
Oh
no, we were glowing.
Oh yeah.
We were glowing with the first two beers also. So
yeah, good.
no, it's this is really
it's always
really
good
good.
doing something a bit different.
Yeah, bloody oath.
Hazy IPA. Let me type these scores in, and then we can have another beer.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the Canberra brewing scenes. Got some stuff going on.
Absolute scenes out there.
Don't look at my computer because you'll see the new beers, the next beers.
Oh, well, I can't even read that fast. So I'm just
actually, yeah,
captive,
okay. Yeah,
captive
Simo, you're all right.
Yeah.
Zach has wandering eyes.
But yeah, very, very exciting. So hopefully, there's a couple of breweries over in Canberra, and hopefully we'll cover them all. I reckon we'll have the goal to cover them all this year, and we've got a few.
Cover them by being in person.
We'll try.
We at least we'll try, but at least do a pod. But I reckon at least one we can do in person.
So we obviously know what we've the two very popular ones in the craft beer scene, Ben Spoke and Capital.
Yep.
Now we've got Cypher. Do we know any others?
Yeah,
I'm sure there's others that exist.
Yeah, I'm
you'd
sure there
think.
are.
I mean, it is it's a major city. Would you call it a major city?
Oh no, it's pretty big. Well, it's kind of the same size as Geelong, population-wise. Would be my guess. I'll have a look.
Yeah, I guess Geelong isn't major city. How many more breweries are there in Geelong anyway?
Well, there's Valhalla. There's
Valhalla there, is it?
Yep, Great Ocean Road Brewing has opened up in Geelong. Blackman's has a brew pub in Geelong, but originated in Torquay. Little Creatures are there. And then you keep going down the coast. There's Sour and Piglet. There's Salt Brewing. There's Prickly Moses in the Otways there.
That's incredibly impressive.
Yeah.
I barely remembered like what I did an hour ago, let alone any of that information.
Were you? Oh, I thought you were like, that's impressive that there's so many.
Oh, well, I suppose that too, but I was just like, this dude.
Well, I was there recently.
Is he AI?
Capital have opened in the airport.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good move.
What do we got? I haven't heard of most of these. Tumut River opened in there. Is that a thing we knew?
Yeah, so they must be going okay because I believe that was they weren't going okay. And,
Ale Mary Brewing Co.
What? I didn't know that.
Did they open in Canberra?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I believe that is
In Kingston.
Yeah.
Well, bloody hell, they must have doubled down. That's where you want to open. Kingston is a very affluent area in Canberra.
Braddon Brew, Bent Spoke, Capital, Cypher, Ambush Brewing.
Yeah, cool. All right. Well, okay. So
there's places.
So maybe not all of them, but like a lot of them. We want to.
Yeah, but I don't know how many of them are actual places. Yeah. Like, you know what Google Maps is like. They're kind of like, oh, well, this. There's a business, and it's like opened last in 1972. I was like, okay, cool, thank you. I'll head there.
Hey Google, I got a brewery in Canberra. Anyway, what? I'm a bit bloody. I've smashed that. Has everyone else finished?
Yeah,
theirs?
no, I finished mine as well.
I've still got mine, but I've been typing.
That's right, you're typing scores, that's fine.
Yeah.
Because we need to wipe our board because we have more than the standard 3.
Are we allowed to wipe the board? I'll do the
Simon,
first
Zach,
two.
You're okay to go. You can wipe all your board.
Yes, wipe my board.
Wipe that board.
I'm sure we could probably create a game show based on what you just said.
Yeah.
I could give you so many numbers with enough research, like with enough time and notice that I could create a game show quite easily.
Maybe we should do it.
Yeah, well, what are we up to? We've done probably 60 something episodes, so I guess do we do it on a
beer related game show?
But I was going to say, do we do it on a milestone app or do we just do it like this is my last pod with beers that I've already purchased. Zach doesn't have any outstanding, and Simo does.
But the thing is though, sorry,
it's a big day ahead.
Yeah, the thing is, you have to, before we start, you need to knock over like 5 standards or something just to really accelerate it. Because
what, the game show?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But is it the game
it's
show?
Like you got to be drunk.
Is it and guess that hop that sort of deal?
No,
or?
It's like with it'll be beers that we've had, scores that we've given.
Oh,
that kind of thing.
I thought it was gonna be like skull this triple hazy and then like do a dare out in the street.
Well, they could.
Oh.
Maybe. Yeah. Hey, let's do a Christmas party episode, and Grazie, I dare you to sit in the dog's kennel.
Yeah.
Well, it's happened.
I'll upload that picture to Facebook.
Also, it'll be like for me with this game show. Even though I was if I was completely sober and we did it, it'd be like when they ask Charles Barkley who he play for, and then I don't know.
Yeah. What breweries have we done?
We've played who he played for on our podcast back when we did footy.
Well, there you go. Yeah, well that was
I remember the person who got me stuck on Ocean Mullen, and now he actually plays.
There you go.
He was on the list, but hadn't debuted yet. Rightio.
More beer?
I'm getting sent. So,
more beer for the boys. Well, if you're
I hope the next beer is a nice cool water.
Yeah, well, it's certainly not.
And, very good.
They only get more petrol based.
Oh yeah, right. Because you said that was the order we were doing it in.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah. All right.
This is the.
Oh, it's big.
Adventure Lord.
It's big, boys.
Smoothie sour.
Big,
7.2%.
Big Stromlo Mountain sour.
I don't know if you guys know the reference. It kind of looks like Adventure Time.
Oh, this is fine.
Yeah.
So
you know the meme.
I love the meme because that's my life.
Yeah, this is
everything's on fire, and I'm just saying this is fine.
But yeah, it's got the hence the Adventure Lord name, I assume. Big blurb, good blurb. All right, let's pour it. I'm interested to see the color being a smoothie sour. Do you want it? Actually, do you want me to read the blurb first, and then you can guess the color?
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
That'd be fun.
Yes.
There are no rules, no laws, no traditions, no masters. Nothing is sacred. The Adventure Lord has come. a fruited sour ale brewed with lactose and infused with vanilla, then gently conditioned on mountains of peach and mango to create a smooth, thick, tart and creamy juice box.
Woo, okay.
Yeah, don't feel good about saying creamy juice box, but...
What do they call them?
11 out of 10.
Do they call them juice boxes here, or that's another thing?
I certainly haven't ever.
Here's
called
one for the game show.
I haven't ever called it a juice
Here's
box.
one for the game show. You're going to incorporate something we've read on a beer can into your love life.
So what colour, Gratz?
Golden shower.
Well, actually, that's the colour.
612.
That's the colour that I picked. Golden shower colour. Let's see.
What colour is this going to be?
It's all right. That's I'll have that one. It had a bit of sediment from the bottom of one of those. That's
I don't have any of
I'll
that.
wash that out.
Oh, okay.
Sediment Sam. No,
Now watch
this
it.
is
Sammy sediment.
Now, I'll tell you what, they had me going in the first half
Yeah.
with the core ranges,
Yeah.
and then he pulls this out.
Yeah. Well, and it's only going to get worse.
Well, it's either going to get worse or there will be water. At the end.
yeah, I don't know. Well, there's definitely
A couple of
gonna
Mount Franklins. Just
Yeah,
to finish off
exactly.
The pod.
Oh dear. All right. What do we got? Yeah, that's all right.
Oh, yeah.
Bleh.
Some water.
All right. Good podcasting. Let's have. Oh, okay. Oh,
It is
Hey,
not the colour I
It's a hazy
guessed.
IPA.
it is. Yeah.
It's bright yellow. though.
Congratulations.
Oh, you probably need more. Don't have that.
Sorry.
It actually doesn't pour like it
Ooh,
would
it
be a
smells
smoothie
sour. It smells sour. It smells like it's going to be like that Simpsons episode where they eat the lemon and
That'll burn. Yeah,
oh, that lolly in their mouth just implodes.
Drink harder, boy.
Yes.
that nose hair's definitely burnt off. Singe. Mitch singe.
I'm worried now. I don't know how to go about my day after this.
So, what did I
Also,
say?
the fact that I'm smelling this and then seeing the term contains lactose also lactose. When you're out of
Sorry, was out of bread. So you're lactosed.
on the one morning my son's actually, I will eat
a
breakfast this
lactose
morning.
kid.
Dad, give me toast. I'm like, I'm really sorry. What I miss what he said.
bit of Mark Webber Canberra milk in this one.
Yeah, I'm a lactose kid. That's what I said. Do my spits. He's off. Oh God, this is very nice. So can I go on a bit of a tangent? So sours, right? This is very sour. Why do I like it?
Because it's heavy.
Yeah, but like, so just
Because it's a sour over 5%.
So nothing to do with beer. But it's like, this is very sour. Why do I like it? Like, sour isn't like you wouldn't say it's a positive.
No, because it's sour, but it's still got that like thick beer kind of taste. You know, those
Yeah, but this is excellent. It's refreshing. It's really
thinner
good.
sours are kind of like it's the sourness that takes hold. This is like a flavoured beer that is slightly sour.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very good anyway, but it was just yeah.
It's interesting. I'm not really getting the lactose.
Yeah.
I guess not even from a depth perspective.
Does it dull the sourness? Maybe is that the point?
Oh, possibly.
Well-
I would have expected a thicker.
So I suppose when we think about it, if we think about an oat cream IPA, whether it's lactose or the oats or whatever, yeah. So some of them contain lactose, but it's not necessarily the flavour. It's more it's smooth. I think it adds to the smoothness, perhaps. Is what I'm saying. This is excellent. This is great.
Definitely lemon and sour.
Yeah, it's great.
Like 100%.
Yep.
Tart.
I'm getting the mango.
Creamy juice box.
I'm getting a lot of mango.
Value.
Value.
Yes.
And I like the can. Oh, that was pretty
Did
So
I
what
already
we
score
say-
his value yet?
No, he hasn't.
piss off.
Jesus. He looks like I don't know what you could. He looks like he's wiped it with sandpaper.
Well, meanwhile,
Serial
rewind
killer's whiteboard.
rewind the tape, and like we were talking, and Gracie's like
Yeah, I know.
for a minute and a half. Like it doesn't matter.
What's this one? $8.50.
What?
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Sorry, that's very good.
11 out of 10.
Yeah, if you're not giving that an 11, you're kidding yourself.
This could be, at a first glance, one of my highest rated beers
Yeah,
ever.
it could be.
That's awesome.
It's bloody good.
It is good. Bloody oath, it's good.
I don't
Yeah,
like.
with a
isn't
bullet.
it? Isn't it crazy? So, Cypher,
We're talking to you.
Yeah,
straight
no,
up.
but it's like you guys aren't on Twitter, but like the thing is like, sorry, I wasn't familiar with your game is like a thing that. So if like a guy, you're a footy man, like kicks like, Xavier Dersma kicked that goal in the first quarter from outside 50 against the Dogs, and someone tweeted and said, sorry Xavier, I wasn't familiar with your game, like, well, you've done something way better than I expected. It'd be like some 13th man on the Clippers dropping 40.
I'm gonna start using that.
That's what this is. It's like, sorry Cypher, I wasn't familiar with your game, like, holy shit, I haven't heard of you and this is incredible.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's actually perfect.
Yeah, it's very good. Very good. I like that. I am on Twitter, by the way.
Yeah, you are. I often see you
comment something
X.
dumb.
No, but it's always Clippers related.
Yeah.
Unless you're mad at someone because they did something to the Clippers.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Well, I guess that's still Clippers related.
But like, yeah. Anyway, hopefully Clips go well this playoff season.
My Twitter's pretty depressing. It's like a lot of complaining about various sports teams' efforts. Why?
Never praising them.
Like, why is Graham Arnold coach of the Socceroos? Why does Victory concede goals in the 95th minute every week? Why are Essendon terrible at being a football club? The standard.
Yeah, fair enough. But this is good beer.
Yeah.
Did you watch WrestleMania? You would have had nothing but positive things to say.
No, I didn't.
Have you seen the like groundswell of like mainstream attention it's suddenly getting again?
I watched probably as a percentage. I watched The Rock walk out on the first night. So what's that?
Do you like his entrance?
3 to 4%. No, I don't get it. What's final boss? Yeah, but why?
Because
why is he the final boss? He hasn't been there for years.
Because he was basically telling Cody, it's like, you think you're going to beat Roman? Don't worry about Roman. Me, I'm the final boss.
Well, and then he won. Spoiler alert.
He did, yeah. No, he did. No,
they won.
Very interesting.
Also, who did he play against?
Who
did he play against? No, it was Rock and Roman Reigns. The versus Seth
Cody.
Rollins and Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, so I don't get Cody Reigns as a...
Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, whatever.
No, it's okay. I don't know their names either.
I won't remember. I'll call him Cody Reigns again in 20 minutes. But yeah, Cody Rhodes, I don't get it. So why has he got that silly neck tattoo? And do you know, I actually Googled it, and I Googled, why does Cody Rhodes have that silly neck tattoo? It's because he's got a logo now, that he
the American Nightmare.
Yeah, so he wants to, WWE people know him as, they know that logo.
As branding.
Yeah. Like, no one knows what it is, but wrestler people do. And he was like, well, The Rock did the Brahma bull on his arm, so I did the same. And it's like, yes, but yours fucking sucks.
No.
And it's on the side of your neck.
Also.
And you have no other tattoos. It's just the weirdest
also,
that is weird. A neck tattoo
so
is
he got it.
That's a finisher piece.
The thing about Cody, he was in WWE and no one liked him. He left. He started his own wrestling company called AEW, which became the #1 threat to WWE. Yeah. He then left the company he created to go back to WWE. Then he became the biggest star, which is odd. However, he got the tattoo while he was in AEW as a branding thing, and when everyone had a go at him, he's like, well, I thought it would be smaller.
What do you mean thought?
Yeah, he's like, I wanted it to be...
They put the blue ink where they're going to tattoo it.
No, well, back in his days, there was no mirrors.
Apparently.
Also, AEW, is that the one that's owned by the guy from Smashing Pumpkins?
No, that's NWA.
What?
NWA?
National Wrestling Alliance.
Oh.
Not what you're thinking.
I was going to say, wow.
That dude is not in NWA.
What a turn of events.
NWA, owned by Billy Corgan, who recently lost a TV rights contract. They basically had secured a TV rights contract and had it rescinded. Is that the correct word?
Yes.
By everyone that all the investors have put into it because they had a pay-per-view and showed two characters snorting cocaine live on pay-per-view. And they went, well, we don't want to be part of this.
Well,
and they lost,
Well,
lost
I suppose, despite all his rage, he's still just rat in a cage, I guess.
He got really mad, so he started smashing pumpkins.
Yeah. I thought you were come on, despite all his rage, he's still I don't know, the bald guy without a TV deal.
well, that's also fun. Now I noticed we need to get moving here.
Yeah, sorry,
because this is getting.
But the tangent was so funny.
Yeah.
No, that is true.
Was that me? Who started it? I always.
Also, by the way, Simo, he loves a good trend.
He
Hudson.
said, "Did you watch WrestleMania?"
Oh yeah.
While you get the next beer, Hud, I'll just tell you this. Simo loves a good trend during the week because WWE was trending for a bit.
Is there a spike on
Simon?
Spike on DRS?
Come on, no one heard
because there was definitely an edge to that.
Yeah, there was.
Simon actually made the call. Better start watching it.
What?
Wrestling.
Well,
because it was trending everywhere because of The Rock and all that, and Undertaker came back.
Yeah,
John Cena came back.
Awesome.
But you don't, because it happens once a year. Just get Gratzia to tell you when WrestleMania is happening, and then you can care.
Yeah.
Although, like, I don't watch wrestling anymore since I turned like.
Since I became an adult.
Yeah. When I became a teenager, I was like, I'm too old for this. But Royal Rumble's a thing. Because like people pop up out of nowhere. But then once the 30th dude comes in, then it takes too long.
Yeah.
Hardo just wants the boogeyman to show up, and that's about it.
Is that Kane? Or is it
That's
his
Kane.
bloody name?
No, the boogeyman.
No, Kane.
The boogeyman was an African American gentleman in his mid 40s who showed up and started eating worms, so they just let him go on TV.
And smashed big clocks on his
head.
head.
Yeah, smashed a clock on
All
his
right.
head.
Yeah, fair enough. Very good. What do we got?
Daydream Memo. Double dry hopped IPA. 7.5%.
Otherwise known as Catch You Later.
If you thought that WrestleMania tangent was crazy, well, get ready.
Is this the last one or is there another one?
I'm just going to point out I don't need this, but I want it.
I want it. I want it so bad. Interesting. Oh, I like that you're getting the pour sound in the microphone.
You know what's crazy is that smoothie sour just rolled us.
Yeah, didn't it? Didn't it what?
You pinpoint the second that their brains turned over.
Their brains broke.
Yes, like the
Have you guys had experiences with beers like that? I still remember a Mountain Culture beer I got, which was a 10.5% NEPA. And I remember drinking 500ml can. I had half of it. I'm like, this is really delicious. I remember the one sip I had where it was like Stranger Things, where the whole thing just turned to the upside down. I couldn't recall the feeling.
Is Stranger Things scary?
It would be if you don't watch anything else.
Oh my god, are we in the same boat? I watched the same.
I really want to watch it.
I watched the first 35.
Scary.
I watched the first 35 seconds. Looks scary.
Yeah, but
so I turned it off.
Like, I really want to watch it because, like, that scene with Master of Puppets looks awesome.
Yeah.
Is it Master of Puppets? Dun, 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 dun.
No, it's
Yeah, that's.
There is a reason why it's a global juggernaut.
And the guy's just like shredding, and all the demons are flying. But like, I guess like for me, I like Walking Dead and stuff. So like, kind of traditional horror characters like zombies and demons don't scare me. It's the jump stuff, or like if like I don't know.
There's not so much.
I know this is like a what's that one with. It's a whole franchise now. It's recent. It's
the Conjuring and
all
that.
So I didn't watch that, but like I saw stills where like I hate shows or movies where like the frame is there and the characters are in focus, and then in the background out of focus is a thing.
A little kid.
And like it just sent shivers up my spine. Then I hate that stuff, or like
it's the not being aware of what is...
like old school horror trope, like Halloween, where they're just sitting there and their blinds are open and it's night and there's a thunderstorm and the thunder cracks and the lightning strikes and there's a dude there. And it's like, no, thank you, no.
I feel like Hudson should be on a couch by this stage. Until
therapist.
That's it. Anyway,
this is a really like on the malt dank side of things, I believe.
Yeah,
it's a double dry hopped IPA.
Is
the smell is like
stone fruity?
Or actually,
smells more like a double IPA.
Yeah, it actually didn't really pass my smell test, but I've realised now I judge smell test on, I think, fruit.
Oh,
yeah.
Because do I smell something light and fruity?
Awesome.
Yeah, because I love molasses and like malt.
Yeah, so
that's as good as it gets for me.
Yeah, so this
you know what this is nearing? There's like as a flavour profile is cluster 8.
Yeah, see?
Really? I really like... Oh, sorry.
But this as a stylistically,
Yeah, like
bed space cluster 8.
Like thick, dense, like in my
that colour too.
If someone poured this in a cup for you,
like a deep
with your eyes closed, and you drank it, and someone said, "How do you think this pours?" I'd be like, maple syrup.
Yeah.
In my mind, this is what maple syrup.
It's not weird, but like a double dry hopped IPA like this.
No, I don't get
versus a red IPA of the same percentage. Tastes completely different, but if I tried to describe them, I'd almost describe them quite similarly.
Okay, that's good. Yes, I've never had that thing. So I've tried many beers like this. Probably not my jam as far as taste, but I do agree with the red IPA kind of. Yeah, well, you said molasses. Yeah, interesting.
It's missing.
Okay,
it's missing the caramel, the sweet caramel base.
Yeah, but it's there.
It's got the deep malt, and like you said, the thicky sort of molassy sort of.
So for reference, I've given this a 4.75 Untapped because I love it, and I've given it a 3.75 as advertised because I feel like it's not a double dry hopped IPA. I love it.
Yeah,
but in my mind, again, I'm an idiot. I feel like this isn't what I was led to believe. I haven't read the blurb yet.
Yeah,
so
no. However, when I see those 6 letters DDH IPA together, I definitely am expecting in Australia something with that high tropical fruit note.
Grassy,
with a strong bitterness at the end. Whereas this is like pure on the side of, as we talked about, a thick sort of.
Again, haven't
depth.
read the blurb, but I've just seen it, and it doesn't make sense to me.
Read it.
Okay. Our soft, smooth, gentle giant who's juicy to boot. Hold on, let me see the can. Yeah, see, it's got plenty of time. Generously hopped with Brew One, Citra Lupo Max, Citra Spectrum, Simcoe, and Eclipse, which entice you with aromas of peach, pineapple, orange, and mandarin. With a clean, subtle bitterness to keep it moreish, this beats any poolside pina colada. Forget about what you need and give in to what you want. So confusing.
So this is almost like it's like the wrong beers in the wrong can.
Yeah, it's like,
but I don't like. I really like the beer though.
Yeah, it's incredible, but it's not at all what that said.
Because
I'm not getting that.
But I mean, let's think about that, right?
BRU1, Brew One, yeah.
Yeah, so let's think about that. Those hops though, so they might be used in different ways more traditionally in this particular beer. It might be a little bit different, but yeah, Brew One or BRU One, I didn't get that because that's my bloody favourite. I love it.
Yeah, it's so obscure.
Because Brew One to me creates like a deep sort of breakfast juicy almost.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, yeah, fair enough. That breakfast juice, I'll agree.
But I wouldn't say this is juicy at all. I would say like whatever Ben spoke say cluster 8 is what I feel like this is sort of based on. And that is a fantastic beer. So, I've got no issue with that whatsoever. But
no. It's just so confusing. Anyway, what was this called again? Daydream Memo?
Yeah.
$12.50.
Okay.
So, for reference, what was the Adventure Lord? $8.50. How is that so cheap?
Yeah, I almost want to change my price on my value. Oh, no, I'm happy.
Grat's going to put a fucking hole in his whiteboard if he keeps.
I'm going to do the old shake trick. Was there 6 or 7 beers?
6.
Okay.
So we are.
I reckon you said 7 at some point before we recorded, so that scared me. That's all right.
That's Simo, who's got 423.
I've got a few. I've got the whole showcase.
Yeah, he's basically gone to the brewery and said, "Give me one of everything.
Give me a whole
gun
backstory."
to their
Have
head.
you seen Harry Potter? You're gonna completely expose yourself here. Philosopher's Stone, the first one.
Okay, I have watched that film.
Okay, so
once.
that they go on the train to Hogwarts. They're going to Hogwarts. And Harry says, "How much for the whole trolley?"
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, I'll have the whole trolley. That's what Simo did with the next brewery.
Absolutely. But also, what
I
about...
definitely got that quote wrong.
No, it's okay. But what did you think of the... Grazie, what did you think when they were playing Quidditch, but it was on an AFL field?
Yeah, well, we've mentioned this on our footy podcast, but I couldn't believe it. So again, like not having read or watched the Harry Potter movies growing up, I think I was 27 when I watched the Harry Potter movies.
Would have done well to read a movie, to be fair.
And we can read a movie. If it's
I guess if it's Squid Game.
Yeah.
Did you watch Squid Game? No. Read it though.
Yeah.
And you try and read it real fast, you're like, I missed it.
So what's good? Squid Game, thankfully, finally converted my wife to being able to watch foreign stuff because she always went nah, and she's a smart individual. She's like, I'm not doing it, and I finally because I refused to watch anything dubbed. And we watched it, and I said to her by the end of it, I said, I bet you forgot you were reading it. She's like, yeah, completely forgot I was reading it.
I've gone on too many tangents, but quickly, Shogun. Have you?
Yeah, we've already... We spent like 10 minutes on a previous episode.
As long as it wasn't this one.
Brewing episode about Shogun.
Yeah, but have you watched it yet?
No, I don't have time to watch anything.
Clown.
I haven't. I don't have too many excuses.
Fuck this.
He's gone. All right.
There's no
so
gun.
that's it.
Yeah. We've had two...
Two walk-offs.
What are you doing?
Exit stage right. Simo, it's your turn.
Yeah, well,
We need something to happen to force you off stage.
bring it on, I say.
When
well,
did you leave?
Something
left?
happened before.
He was laughing
I
about
just
it.
went home.
I coughed or something. Anyway. Yeah, interesting.
Watch Shogun. That's all I got to say. They're very, very good.
So you probably watched more of Shogun since you...
Yeah.
spoke
So,
to us
like,
about it.
it's a couple of weeks between episodes. We have lives outside of the pod. Somehow. And, I think there are like 2 episodes left till the end.
Okay.
It's all happening.
I'll be honest with you, as of late, it's been footy season, WrestleMania season, and we have started watching the show Bodies.
Okay.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
So it's
Wait, is that the
one-
guy from Snatch? He plays Jason Statham's mate.
Jason's.
Don't know.
Yeah, the English guy.
Yeah, but it's set over 4 different time periods where they discover the same dead body in the same location in London.
Yeah. So
We've only watched 2 episodes.
Snatch. Have you seen Snatch?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
with Brad Pitt. Do you like dogs? The guy that plays
Vinnie Jones.
Vinny Jones.
Oh, good.
Stephen Graham. Yeah, that's the guy from
Oh,
Bodies.
yes.
Yeah.
So we've watched 2 episodes and he's only just come into it.
Why is that
So-
guy like all of a sudden just like? Sorry, Stephen Graham, if you're listening. Like all of a sudden just incredible. Like every show he does, every movie he does is
I'll
like.
tell you why, because people generally don't trust people with 2 first names.
Yeah.
That's true. That's probably the reason.
But Bodies, he was in Peaky Blinders. Boiling Point's meant to be quite good. Obviously, Snatch is great, but he was kind of small, not huge in that. He was in Greyhound. Yeah. Anyway,
Christmas Carol.
The
No,
Irishman.
The Irishman. Sorry, that was it. That's what it
no
was.
one has 8 hours to
yeah.
watch one movie.
I watched it.
Is it good?
It was fine.
Long.
It was
I
long.
still haven't watched Oppenheimer because it's so long.
Gee, that's
Yeah, I need to watch that 2 more times to understand what's happening. There's a lot of stuff going
See,
on.
that's what I was so confused about with Oppenheimer is like, obviously it's a Christopher Nolan movie and I've watched enough Christopher Nolan movies to be like, so it's going to be confusing. But then I was like,
There's
but
a chance I don't get it.
yeah, but it's like, but it's also like historical. So would like how many like artistic liberties can you take when you're retelling an historical event? But then you've been like, I'm confused.
Yeah, but I'm an idiot. We
Well, I
all
was
know
going to
that.
say, yeah, take it with a grain of salt because Simo's confused by most things.
And I probably watched it because when I was bloody out of my mind.
Yeah,
let's be
you
honest.
definitely just had a Cypher bloody double dry hopped IPA
Absolutely.
and Adventure Lord. But yeah, I was like, how can you make this a Christopher Nolan movie? But he obviously has.
Oh no, so you're saying you haven't seen it?
No.
No.
Oh,
Because it's like,
it's
it goes for like
excellent.
3.5 hours and
Yeah,
I've got
but
2
just-
kids.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
See, there you go. That's why I haven't watched Shogun.
Yeah, but Shogun's
It's tough to
just-
watch anything.
Yeah, but it's episode based. It's like an hour max. Like the thing with the movies, I don't want to pause it after an hour and watch it the next day. That
Yeah,
sucks.
I know what you mean, but it's an excellent movie, and I would like to watch it a second time because I think I was taking in the cinematography, but also taking the movie itself. There was some really cool parallels, like it's like Oppenheimer and bloody Einstein cross
Yeah,
paths.
yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's pretty crazy to think about because Because all the pictures of Einstein are in black and white. You're like, well, that was the 1850s. It's like, well, no, it wasn't. It wasn't that long ago.
Well, it's funny. I just read a book and it's not accurate. But
Bragging.
It's Matthew Riley.
Massive flex.
Matthew Riley's latest book, which was a while ago, but I only just read it. Einstein's secretary. And it's like, yeah, Einstein was the same era as Hitler.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? Like, in my mind, those timelines aren't a thing.
And all these tiny minds here are just like, couldn't he have done something? Like, couldn't he have done something to stop that?
Like, what is it that, isn't it, I don't know the specific dinosaur, but isn't it like Triceratops are closer to us than they are to T-Rex in the timeline of the universe?
There is a dinosaur.
I don't know this.
There is one dinosaur closer, in years wise to a T-Rex than
further from a T-Rex than they are to us.
That's insane.
Yeah, like you just like, all dinosaurs lived in the same. Like, yeah. Anyway.
Also, so just one quick thing on dinosaurs. So real quick. So I saw a meme that was like,
you sound like Teddy now. It's like, no, but focus on the dinosaur thing.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. So there's no real proof. So like they have they found the bones and whatever, and they're like, oh, they probably look like this, but there's no proof that they didn't have like really long, glorious hair.
Yeah.
And I've really enjoyed that.
I was worried
and
for
the
a sec.
noises.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, there's no proof that a T-Rex roars and they're not just like, hello.
Now, if you're in Canberra, please visit the Dinosaur Museum.
Oh, okay. Well, they'll give you more info.
What was there? Is there a guy that works there? Was like, yeah, I was there.
I remember.
I actually know.
There are things there. There are some things that say this is an actual fossil, and they tell you when it's a fake fossil.
Yeah.
But I believe it was a T-Rex or Velociraptor, one or the other. They didn't have the appropriate voice box, they believe, to have actually roared. Don't know what sound they made.
Oh, yeah. Right. There you go.
So that's why I brought it up. Also, in the same precinct as the reptile park, where as soon as you walk in, you are greeted by a lovely young lady holding a crocodile that you can pat.
I don't know if I could.
And there's also snakes. And one of the funniest things about our holiday that we had there as a family was that Soph, being petrified of snakes, Cassidy wouldn't let it go that she had to touch it.
Yeah, fair enough. It's just like, no, Mum, you got to do it.
Mum,
pat
the snake. But so she had to.
But it might have got her over her fear.
Also, one other thing I liked about that, as we're from Albury-Wodonga, they had a Murray cod in a tank at the reptiles.
There you go. Well, I had a redfin in a tank in my office, but it passed.
Simon did have a redfin in a tank because I thought it was the closest fish resembling him. If you have a good look at him right now, so I got him a pet one. It didn't.
Is that offensive?
It unfortunately didn't last. Hang on, Simo. You and I should take guesses of what the last beer style is.
Oh, I was going to tell a story about snakes.
That was good.
Maybe tell it after we've at least poured the last beer.
Yeah.
Simon, you got any guesses?
Surely it's like surely stout's coming next,
say,
or a.
I'm going to say it's either a stout
or a West Coast,
or an
big West Coast. Okay, I'm going to say a big West Coast or a stout.
Okay. Only one person knows.
I do, and I can tell you before I get it.
Both wrong?
I'll actually get it first. Yeah, you are wrong. You're all wrong.
Oh, we're all wrong.
So it's
it's a session pale ale, 3.5%.
Yeah.
In a 230
Mount Franklin
ml
water.
It's a bottle
No,
of
it
water.
is exactly what I thought that beer was going to taste like. It is a double IPA.
Okay. Oh. Yeah. Cool. All right.
Eternal Return Dipper.
All right.
8.3%.
Oh, jeez.
While I pour, I will tell my story on the snake. Not so much a story, just my kind of like first realization of when my now 2.5-year-old has become like a person with like thoughts and memories. Because, you know, like kids just kind of float about and do their thing and whatever. So we were...
All their information is basically fed through, like,
well, it's
from
basically
you
as soon as you tell them, they go, yep. And then 5 minutes later, they're like, no, I don't know.
Yep.
So we were in Merimbula over Easter and they have a Potteroo Palace, it's called. It's an Australian animal wildlife sanctuary. Well, it's called Potteroo Palace because they have potteroos. I don't know if you know what a potteroo is. It's like a bush...
It's like
a
a
bush
rat kind of thing. Oh. No, it's like a bush rat style. I've got a photo. It's very funny. It has an old man's face. But anyway, they had this little snake area, and there was a huge python, insanely big. Like, it had just shed its skin, so the skin was over a tree. And good God, if you saw that thing in the wild, poop would come out. But so Ted was loving it. Like, the actual snake, so the skin was there, but the actual snake was in like a bread box type thing. Yeah. And he was like, big snake in box. I was like, yes, big snake is in the box. And like, loved it. And it kind of reminded me of when I was a kid and when I was terrified of something. When you get scared of something, you just want to talk about it, because like, in your mind, the more you talk about it, the less scary it becomes.
Someone will subconsciously talk you down.
Yeah.
Fear.
So every chance he could, snake in a box, snake in a box, snake in a box. Like, just kept going. And then that night at 1 a.m, he woke up screaming.
Oh.
And I was like, what's going on, man? Like, you all good? Went into his room, like, hey, man, like, what's going on? He's like, the snake in a box. I was like, oh, shit. So, like,
you remember
stuff. Like, in the past, it's like, Sarah's like, don't put that on TV. I'm like, you don't know what's going on. Like, we'll watch like, if he's kind of just playing, I'll just watch my show. And now it's like, yeah, he retains things. Things are happening in his mind. That was my story of the snake. But yeah.
No. So you obviously start to notice it more as he gets older. But watching the things on TV thing, because recently, Soph goes to me, while you're at footy training, guess what Cass wanted to watch on TV while he ate dinner? I was like, what? It's like Grey's Anatomy. And I'm like, I hope you didn't put it on. It's like, yeah. And then like, someone was having a C-section, and he ran out and he said, Mum, someone was having a section. You had one of those. It's like, yes, but also there's other episodes where like a girl was about to be sexually assaulted, and she like bit the guy's doodle off. So how about we not put Grey's Anatomy on for the kid?
I'll need to ask him, like, who, like, they talk about McSteamy and McDreamy, but the other guy, Jackson, or whatever his name is, he's the best looking bloke on that show. Just to let you know.
Just some dude.
What women find appealing is actually quite
They don't
funny.
know.
No, what's funny? Have you ever watched like an actual full-blown like chick flick and realise you're rooting for the wrong guy? Because you know how like a movie is like, usually it's like, you want them to end up, with a happy ending. I watch like rom-coms and I'm like, but hang on, the friend. She should end up with the friend. It's like, no, he was just the best friend.
Jackson Avery.
Yeah, for sure. Like, what's his name? What's his actor?
Jackson Avery is the guy.
The actor, Jesse Williams, that's it. He was in the latest season of Only Murders in the Building.
Yeah, like everyone needs to shut up about McSteamy.
Yeah.
He's a handsome man.
Like his blue eyes.
Yeah.
God. Something about blue eyes.
The beer is really nice. I think
I haven't had it yet.
The similarities.
No, I think this has more of a juicier, fruitier profile.
It is. Yes.
Isn't it? Okay. Like, that was a dipper, but this is more of a dipper. But like, I was like, imagine if they've poured a double dry hopped IPA into this and just accidentally sent it out in the wrong
I'd love
can.
a brewery to do that, just troll everyone. I'm sorry, what does the blurb say?
Yes. We've paired up insane amounts of Mosaic Lupo Max, and Mosaic Spectrum with fresh Motueka and Motueka Sub-Zero hop keef from Freestyle Hops. This beer brings huge notes of sticky mango, which dominate the nose, along with hints of pine lime cordial. Prepare yourself for eternal sipping pleasure.
I don't think I've seen a beer advertise itself as mango with pine lime cordial, but that's pretty cool.
Or as a sipper.
Tasty.
I just did one of those burps that makes your eyes water. Just to let you know.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
Cypher has sent to us. But this is really good.
Yeah, no, it's good.
I want to jump on their website and see what beers they've got available.
So you got this from Plonk, you said, yeah?
Yeah, from Plonk. But brews on tap. Good God, I love a list.
So does that mean? We've been through this. Yeah, cool. What do you got?
What? What were you going to say?
No, I've just solved it in my own brain. No one needs to hear it.
Primordial Ooze is a passion fruit sour, 4.7%. Cyvessa Mexican Lager, 4.5%. The Summoner Nipa, 7.3%. Threshold XPA. British Bitter with Canberra Brewers collab, 3.2%. Little fella. No Brainer. with Ben Spoke. What's HC?
Hazy double hardcore IPA.
Yes.
That's something. HC. Something dry hopped.
I'll look that up for a change.
There you go. Out of stock, Sweet Sands West Coast Pilsner. Well, I wonder why it's out of stock, because it's the thing.
Delicious.
Reverie West Coast IPA. And then we've had today the Adventure Lord, the Eternal Return, and the Daydream Memo. There is the Leviathan Imperial Stout. Frequency Rising Nipa out of stock. Cypher Draft out of stock.
Thank God.
Luminous Dark Lager out of stock. Shoeys, which we've had. Hive Mind, which we've had. Sweet Spot Raspberry Sundae Sour out of stock, though.
Oh.
Cornerstone IPA Double Dry Hopped out of stock. And then the Plain Sight. That's a couple of nights on the town, that is.
Yeah, that's a very good list. And I really like... So if you're a bloody brewery, I'll tell you what, and it has happened many times, you go and you're like, I've had all these. And if you have limited relations... I shouldn't have had all of your beers. So when I go there, they should always have the new ones on.
Yeah. It's like if I'm coming to the brewery, I want to have something new.
Yeah. I should,
like,
there should be
whether
something
that's
I haven't
a
had.
taproom exclusive or like there's got to be something that makes me... I'm a fan of Cypher Brewing and I want to come to the brewery, but I've already had these 6 beers. Like, give me something more.
Yeah.
And they've got something
Interestingly,
more.
I will say I loved my experience at Big Shed in Adelaide.
Yeah.
All you can eat barbecue, $60 per head, and you eat so
Greece.
much you can't even get any more. It's incredible.
I wish I had that.
However, aside from American Pale Ale I'd never had before, which was delicious, everything else it was recognisable. But the boozy fruit is a completely different beast on tap as well.
Like, better.
It is like the best core range NEPA in Australia.
Didn't give you value. Sorry, before you go, because you got your phone out. And
Yeah, no, I've got it out for the HDHC.
What was that beer that we just had? Eternal Return?
Yeah.
$11.90.
Ooh, okay. But to quench American beer drinkers' seemingly boundless thirst for bigger, bolder IPAs, innovations often fall under the umbrella of hop products and techniques. Most recently, one in particular is pulling ahead, HDHC. Those familiar with Brooklyn's Other Half Brewing won't be surprised that the brewery, knowing for its eagerly anticipated hop bombs, is behind the method, which stands for high density hop charge.
Oh.
Well,
This article's from 2020.
that beer is going to be insane.
Yeah,
man.
Other Half Brewing are insane. I've had some Other Half stuff in my time. Absolutely sensational.
So they did that with Bent Spoke.
Yeah, and I'm so annoyed, right? So when I was over there, I was like, oh, Brooklyn Brewing, I might go there. I didn't get a chance. But there was so many. I went to all these cool pizza joints, but I didn't get a chance to go to Other Half. And there's another one. What's the other one that I follow? There's another one. But Other Half is one of the main ones.
The only other American one that I know well is Toppling Goliath.
Trillium, Russian River. Yeah. There's
There's
bunch.
so many. Russian River do Pliny the Elder, which is like widely renowned as the best craft beer of all time.
But Other Half have had a bunch of their stuff, and it's next level. It's just really, really different. So.
I gave this a 4.5. It was probably my favourite beer of the day. Like, it won't by numbers eclipse the sour, but I think as a beer, it's my favourite.
So I wanted to keep the trend of Google what's the...
They do food at the brewery?
Yeah, the menu. Ooh, do they do food at the brewery?
Ooh.
So they've got a massive nibble section, burgers and rolls, and then mains like a schnitty, a palmy, eggplant palmy, fish and chips, pork ribs and chips, and my favourite, the Cypher barbecue share platter for 3 to 4 people for $100 dues.
How did you zoom so quickly? Oh, jeez.
Right at Big Shed, you got some competition.
Slow cooked brisket, chorizo, fried chicken, pulled pork, apple slaw, mac and cheese, house-made assorted pickles, seasonal salad, flatbread, and a tasting paddle of your choice.
It's so funny.
Is that $100 each or $100?
No, that's $100.
But it says 3 to 4 people.
But I think it's
is
just
that
$100.
There is no. It's not $100 per person.
Well, no, but because my thing was Big Shed was $60 per person for this huge barbecue platter.
Yeah, so it's $100 total.
That's good.
A shared platter.
So you can't like.
So the taste
No,
you
but you
share the
gotta
tasting paddle.
Well, yeah, it's a tasting paddle of your choice, so you can share it.
Nice.
But like, that's what I'm saying.
Cypher
It's
might
like
be
there
able
is
to
no world that it could be $300. unless it's the greatest meat of all time.
Which it could be.
But what's that? Cape Grim.
Well, no, I'm only saying that because
Cape Grim.
Oh yes.
if you got all that food with the tasting paddle, it wouldn't be the most surprising thing if it was per person.
Because it sounds delicious.
Because there's a lot going on.
If it's for 3 to 4 people, it's got to be a lot.
And Big Shed had the same deal, but for more money with the tasting paddle included.
There you go.
So,
Very
That's
good.
a good tasting paddle included.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Also, I like the brew
anyway.
with the chicken parmesan.
It also has salads and wraps, a kids menu, taste platter platters, boards, antipasto platter and stuff. It's all happening.
No, it's good.
Gungahlin, Canberra.
Yeah, I'm pretty
there.
excited. And also, we want to encourage the brewery, if you've listened this far, and you might have, bloody get in contact.
We've gone on some weird.
Yeah, but let us know what you thought. Was this shit? Was it a shit podcast? Did you like it? I don't know, because we really enjoyed.
We enjoyed doing it, but if it sucks, we'll still do it.
Yeah,
but we'd like to know.
Let us know. We want to hear from you. So.
But also, I sort of I'm going to put the blame back on you guys if you did listen. Your beers sort of sent us in this direction because they were very good.
Oh yeah, we're wild. Yeah, we're going to go this. Yeah. Crazy things are going to happen.
See what's
this.
Downtown in Aubrey this time of
absolutely sent us. Drink responsibly.
Yeah.
And what have we got? Oliver Dempsey is on
9
+4
points on Supercoach
with a smile emoji next to him. So that must be good.
So just like this podcast is about to end, so is my Supercoach season.
Yes.
Anyway, thank you to Cypher Brewing. Fantastic.
Yes.
Hope to visit.
Well done.
Soon.
Good job.